Hey everyone, so does this place look familiar? Yes it does. So I'm actually probably just like everybody else, right? Like, obviously when I used to come out here it was only a 15-minute walk. So now I had to park my car actually on the road somewhere. But still, here I am, guys. I knew you guys would say, Alyssa, this looks very familiar. Where are you exactly? Well, you guys already know. We're gonna do berry picking out here today. So I'm very excited for that. I should have just brought a backpack. That would have made it so much easier for me, guys. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So does it look familiar in here? Well, yes it should. Because here I am, guys. I decided that, I wasn't really finding any berry picking locations. So I just decided to, come back out here. And obviously I feel like everybody else now, because, obviously, whenever I used to live close around here, it was only like a 15-minute walk, to get out here. But today it was actually less because I parked, along the side of a road, and I pretty much hurried right along, almost ran, into here. So I'm very, very, very excited, guys, to do some berry picking with you guys. And, kind of do like, just how I thought about a month ago would actually be my final time. And I had even kind of said that to you guys. But clearly, again, that's not the case. Because you guys can see, here I am. So we'll head on out here a little bit and just kind of see what all has changed. I don't really think anything has changed in a month. But you just never know, guys. I have no idea why I have such a hard time breathing right now. But anyhow, guys, you guys can see, put on my blue eyeliner today. Hey everyone. Sorry, I was trying to get a thumbnail. I'll just get it later. Here I am, guys, coming to you guys today. We're gonna do more of speaking too early, more berry picking, following speaking too early, because obviously speaking too early would be good for Saturday or Sunday, but obviously today is Monday, so we have to start it with an M. So here I am, guys. If this looks very familiar, it really should. So I just decided to park my car, where I would assume most people park their car when they come in here. Because like I said, last time for me, whenever I used to live down here, it was like a 15-minute drive. I'm sorry, a 15-minute walk. So I had just a little bit more of a drive, so to say, from where I parked my car. But where I lived last time, I was able to just get through here on foot without going onto the road. So I definitely should have had a, this is a terrible choice of plasticware. Jeez, Alyssa. I don't know why I'm having a hard time forming and thinking of words today. Anyhow, guys, plasticware. Anyhow, it's a terrible form. Oof. Because you guys can see, I should have had a bucket, because now when this arm gets heavy, I'm trying to I have to basically hold this in this hand the whole time. So anyhow, guys, here I am. Very, very, very exciting. You guys can definitely tell, if I appear out of it, it's not like anything, emotionally. It's just I have a hard time. I don't wear my contacts enough, so I am kind of like, a little bit out of it. But again, don't worry, like nothing's wrong. I am a-okay. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So does this look very, very, very familiar? Yes, it should, guys. Here I am, guys. I am finally back. Like I said, last time when I actually lived down here, you still see a lot of berries that need to get ready. Anyhow, guys, geez, watch it, Alyssa. It would take, 20 minutes to get out here. Today it took about 35, just because I have to park where I think a lot of people park, or maybe I enter at a different place. But here we are, guys, finally ready. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Look how big these are. So let me see, and I definitely shouldn't have chose this. Like, I should have just had my bucket. That's what most people pick them in. Because it's kind of really hard to film. There we go. Here we go, guys. Oh my god. Oh. There's only one so far. No, there's two. Wait, these look like the ones that I saw at the trail. The, river trail. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today. Oh my god, I feel so cute and adorable. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today. Here I am now, finally. You guys should notice if this looks familiar, and it should. Like I said, you know, whenever I used to live down here, it took me around, you know, 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to get here. But from where I parked my car, and I think a lot of people probably parked their car in this area, or in the area that I did, but maybe not, because I didn't see much. But you guys remember when I used to live really close to here and had easier access, you know, it was, you know, it was right around that time. But anyhow, guys, we're not worried about the time, and you know, other people have came out here, which obviously, like I just said, you guys saw whenever I lived down this area. But holy cow, guys, I am finally here. Oh my god, I am so excited. It's only like 10 o'clock, so super early. Gonna be anybody else who has the same idea. Obviously, again, it is most people's work day, right? Like I said, but the Monday through Friday people. So that's why I really like having off during the week. Well, obviously I haven't even started yet. I would have work today, but obviously I'm not starting until Wednesday. But here we go, guys, already. Oh my god. So anyhow, guys, I woke up super early, very excited. I wouldn't have been able to wake up at this time last year, because I didn't get to bed until it was like 3 or 4. I didn't even get home until almost like 2. Obviously that was last year during my Night Nation run. And I actually also decided I might honestly not run. I might honestly just do the Pittsburgh Steelers run this year, and make that my one trip, just because I'm not going until the fall next year. Or since it's a super lush life summer, you know, I could go to the Steelers run next year and then just have that be like my final thing before Florida. There's a couple ways I'm thinking about it, but obviously I haven't ran in that since 2023. I was actually just looking at my pendant today. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But I know I definitely had a lot of fun last year. And I guess I can make kind of like a, you know, everybody comes into your life for a purpose kind of thing. Because obviously the girl that I saw, and I got her Instagram and everything, like she's the one who doesn't want to make it work, right? So I have to kind of just always remember that and not get, you know, upset about it. Because obviously, you know, my dad, obviously, he went to, well, somewhere in the Lehigh Valley area, and he even came home to visit my gram every single week. So every single weekend. And then my gram's daughter did her undergrad in Drexel, and she even came home, you know, quite often. So, you know, it's now been a month or over a year now since, you know, I had, sorry guys, this is what I have to deal with because I because I had the wrong grabber. But you know, so she's the one, like, we could have hung out a little bit during whenever I went to Hershey, right? Like, and we could have made it like a 1 a month thing, but that's really her. So, and that doesn't take away from my experience. Like I said, I definitely still want to attend another one next year. But yeah, I mean, I think I briefly shared a little bit of like the conversation that I had with her shortly after. So, I mean, that's her prerogative, you know, and right, like I said with, you know, the guy's car, right? I mean, it's his prerogative, so I'm not going to be the one to say anything, because then, you know, a lot of times people just get overly frustrated and don't understand things, and then it's like, you know, they're like, so you have an issue with my car. It's like, no, that is your car. You can do whatever the hell you want, right? I remember when I was younger, I always asked my grandparents, you know, can I take off the Chevy symbol, right, from your car? She's like, no, it's not our car yet. But if you get a Chevy someday and you pay the loan in full, you can take this Chevy symbol off, right? So, it's like, no, I'm not saying, like, it's your house, right? Like the people who, I've seen a couple videos like that. Whew, I don't know why I'm so out of breath today. But they're just like, this is my house and I can do whatever the hell I want in my house, right? Kind of thing. This is like 2020 or this is 2021, right? Like nobody has time for that kind of stuff, right? So, but yeah, so it's been a year, like I said, but that was kind of just one of those, you know, you kind of wish, right? You can eventually meet somebody someday that will not have an issue with, you know, longer term, and can actually make it work, kind of thing, right? Like I said, that's really all on her. Whew. And how do I deal with people like that? Well, it's really simple. So, as everybody knows, and I shared with the school boards before, right, and manipulation, right? So, if somebody repeats something that Adolf Hitler says, we're angry at Adolf Hitler for his role in World War II, right? We're not angry at the person repeating it, right? So, and the another addition quickly about Gen Z. So you would think Gen Z would be like the last generation where you would hear, right, stop yelling at me, right, which is downplaying their feelings. It's like, first off, especially in instances where they walk up to you and they tell you that they've had a hard time, you know, getting an answer 5 times, right? So you should take initiative, right, to be the change, and not watch their magma chamber build, you know, stuff like that, right? Like I said, with the complete stupidity of Lewiston, Maine, and Derek Card. And then we act like a complete alien and act like this is the first year humanity has been studying, right, mental health and psychology and all this other stuff, right? It's like, yeah, that's the purpose of history, is to learn through that. Not, this is the first year that planet Earth has been keeping history, right, on people who are paranoid, and the top 2 medical conditions for suicide completion, right, a successful attempt. So anyhow, guys, getting back to what I was saying, you know, it's like if you listen to, again, what they said, when they first came up to you, you would have heard them say that. So anyhow, like I said, you know, and, you know, one of the 50 parents, you know, saying something is somehow now you need to stop being inappropriate. No, okay, that's a realistic time, right? If I have a headache for a day, right, I'm not going to call my doctor, but if I have a migraine consistently for 20 days, yeah, that's realistic to call your doctor. There's an issue going on, right? So yeah, you actually can talk to people like that and let out a couple curse words when it's, you know, 300 some parents that you have been just treating like they're dirt under your feet. So anyhow, speaking of how I deal with that again. So like I said, certain things you have to make it a positive. You know, so obviously, again, I understand people are busy, right? Obviously, I was busy when I was vlogging and moving, but I was still able to get 3 hours of film for you guys, you know, and have about a month break, right? So yeah, I was busy, but I still eventually was able to come back right? So nobody is ever so busy that for over a year, right, you can take the steps to engage. Clearly, you know, you're spending money too, so that shows a desire, you know, and you can also use that, like I said, with like the volleyball thing, if you really wanted to. And I don't know about you, and everything can be a way of saying, like, get over yourself. Like I could have said with running. It's like, I don't know about you, right? But I'm not going to waste, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of driving, 20 minutes of running just for what, 19, 20 seconds, and then 2 minutes at the most. So basically I'm wasting an hour and a half out of my day for what, 2 minutes? Not me, that's all you, right? So it's like, I don't know about you, right? But if I didn't need to waste $20, again, that wasn't my intentions with taking that. Obviously other people had the same intentions with just seeing it, because I never saw that again. And that was, hey, look, like, you can't just, you know, say there's, you know, possibilities are possibly endless, let's just let it on. No. Okay. So anyhow, it's like, you know, if you want to, you know, take the steps to do all of that, spend an hour with them, get their Instagram and everything, and then you just want to kind of, you know, just go abandon ship when it's very realistic with us both having cars and jobs, that, you know, we could hang out, and do fun things together. But it's like, yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, you're probably one of those people that, you know, you almost have to make it a positive, like I said, with, you know, you enter and leave this world by yourself. So it's like, yeah, you almost have to make it a positive, because, again, over a year, nobody is ever that bad, right? If some person has, you know, if people had bad days every day, suicide would be probably 300 times what it is right now in this country. It's, what is it? I don't even know the statistic, but, you know what I'm saying? They would have something along the mindset of, you know, this is, you know, I'm already in hell, right? Surrounded by a bunch of trees. It feels like I have a 500-pound weight on me, to go anywhere, right? So it's like, yeah, 500 pounds, so I would rather just be in hell and have flames around me, or whatever, and then whatever they would believe happens, right, after death. Because, again, they're allowed to believe that, with freedom of religion. So you guys get the point, though. So it's like, yeah, you know, yeah, nobody is ever that bad. So it's, nothing is ever so busy that you can't, you know, respond and say, hey, I'm sorry, I kind of didn't respond out of the blue and just completely shut off from you, but I was busy. And I'll hear it, right, take initiative, right, like I said, take initiative and share, the photo and the film, right, that she supposedly has. Obviously her one friend was recording us too, right, and send it, and then initiate that conversation again. But it's like, yeah, you know, if I didn't, you know, right, you know, if I would have gotten in an accident, or there would have been an accident, let's say in Allentown or something that day, at one of those exchanges, I probably would have, you know, never been sitting there when your friend came through, and the guy, and I forget even his name already, it was like Brandon, or it was, one of those kind of names, Braden or something like that. So, like, yeah, I would have never known, you know, I would have never seen you, right, and I would have had, you know, $70 or whatever, you know, that would have just been, you know, for, you know, in my mind, obviously they don't get the gas money, but, you know, I did an amazing thing for cancer, and I can help, right? So, I mean, if you're one of those people who don't want to be honest with me, but, you know, if you're one of those people who, can fit the statistic of a lot of Americans who can honestly say they only have one really close friend, and obviously loneliness is on the rise, which obviously then, therefore, suicide is on the rise, like I said, in this country. So yeah, so it's like, if you want to be one of those people, that's great, because that is actually the ultimate reality that everybody just likes to try to run away from. You know what I'm saying? So you almost have to have that mindset, whenever those kind of people come in, you know, you have to make it a positive. And again, talking like that is actually a positive after that long. Obviously, you know, I forget, it's been forever since I watched The Edge of 17, but that's even a thing where it's never okay to even joke, right? Like, everybody knows that one scene where she kind of goes in, right? And she's like, hey, to a teacher, right? I'm gonna kill myself, is what she says. So it's like, yeah, you know, that's an instance where the teacher shouldn't have, you know, made a joke about it and said, yeah, I'm actually writing my own note right now. Right? It's like, no. So, again, you know, you have to understand that, you know, that would be something very serious and would definitely, you know, terminate a friendship right off the bat. But, I mean, you make it as clear as day. So, you know, that's the way that, you know, is okay to talk, right? It's not like, you know, 5 months into a friendship, someone makes it clear that they're struggling with those kind of thoughts or depression. It's like, oh yeah, it's been 5 months, let's joke about it. No, it's like, that is something that is never joked about. But kind of like being okay with ending a friendship, because it's been over a year, and, you know, you, again, gave the benefit of the doubt just a little bit too much, you know, or you just left it in their hands, kind of thing. So it's definitely, you know, it's pretty much it for that little addition, but that's pretty much how I deal with people like that, guys. Yeah, so anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy is also another thing that people can use. And it's an appropriate laugh. And hey, you know, they do have the tendencies to do crazy things. So you make that as like a positive. And obviously Billy Currington made that as a positive. So that's also another instance. Maybe not use it in that stance, but speaking though about what I was talking about with like the $70, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, you clearly have somewhat of a desire, if you are one of those statistics, right, of the number of people. You either are or aren't lonely when you're alone, right? Obviously, I'm not lonely when I'm alone. I go to bed holding a smile all the time, pretty much all the time. So it's like, clearly, you know, you're motivated, right? If you're putting in, you almost feel like you're probably playing the lottery in somewhat of a sense, right? So if you, again, everybody knows, you buy more tickets, there's a higher chance of you winning. But you could have all of the tickets except the one jackpot, and then you would still not win anything. But you would still win all of the, you know, second prizes, third, and all of that. So it's like, clearly, you know, you want, there's a want and a desire. It's just, I don't know why you just can't seem to figure it out. So, and like the guy at the interstate that I saw, you know, he's the one who goes home crying, and then he fakes it, and he, you know, just puts on a show. And, you know, that's another thing where, you know, you want to play beat around the bush. I mean, okay, well then just do it, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't have time for that stuff. And, I mean, if you're not going to tell me, well, then I just don't know, right? It would be like, you know, a medical provider refusing to give medication results or something like that. It's like, yeah, right, if you're going to play this, well, I mean, I don't really know. Why don't you tell me? Okay, well, then, again, just buy, right? Kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, I mean, clearly you have a want to, you know, yeah, if you're going to say, oh, I had so much fun, and like my post, and include me in the post then later, but then just give up. So it's like, I don't know, maybe you're not really adamant about, but your actions sure show it. But again, at that point, once it's been a year, you don't even try to plant those seeds, and ask those kind of questions. You just kind of let it be, right? Like, let it be a God thing. And I actually did, by the way, find that short again. It came up in my, you know, shorts over the past couple days. So just go ahead and look in the description and you'll see what short I'm talking about, where something that is literally outside of your control then becomes in your control. And that's the amazing thing of having a sense of religion and purpose, for those who do, right? Something that is literally outside of your control. I mean, you can't help what people are going to think, right? But again, what creates a thought? Like, I can't see thoughts. People could have been thinking things. Like, how do I know for certain that their energy is transferred? I mean, we can't, again, see the actual energy of the thought itself transporting out of our brains. You know what I'm getting at, guys? So that's what I'm trying to get at. So, you know, literally something outside of her control became in her control then. So anyhow, guys, let's get back to the video. And oftentimes people will say, well, that's great, but you're not me, right? So it's like, okay, you're right. So if you don't want to be a stubborn mule and you don't want to hear about God, right, or the afterlife or death in general being unavoidable, right? Okay, I won't say anything like that. I'll help you with a worldly version, okay? So everybody knows, at least my age should know, right? The Tears for Fears song, right? Everybody wants to rule the world. The key word in that song title is wants. And if you actually listen to that song, he actually says, help me find a balance in selfishness, right? So, and where does he say that? Well, in the help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever, right? So that's also another thing that you can kind of aid in their way if they want to, you know, get all upset, right? It's like, well, other people who, you know, and I respect that, and, you know, I'm not forcing my religion by simply sharing that, but I respect you wanting strictly worldly examples. So there's a worldly example, right? And it's just like, I really hope deep down somewhere you have some empathy. You know, I don't know, for all I know, you yourself, when you go home, could feel, right, rather upset. And that's why you're so wanting, right, and you're willing to spend all this money to possibly meet someone. So really, it's truly on you. And I hope you can also bounce back from this and make it positive and do something productive. If I really did offend, and if I did, it's probably because I'm doing something right and I'm really hitting home and opening eyes. So if that's the case, I really hope that next time, right, we'll use another song here for you. You take that jump and you won't fear the fall. I accidentally just, perfect. Anyhow, guys, and then whenever your time comes, you can say I did it all, right? And I corrected my mistake, and then, you know, I kind of was able to forget about the 20 years of negativity in my life or loneliness because I decided to do something productive when I was told what I was told. And obviously, again, I already discovered it. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So does this area look familiar? It definitely should, guys. There's my friend. Look, there. Anyhow, guys, here I am. You guys can see I officially made it back to my old location. I obviously had to park somewhere else, where most people parked. At my old place, it was easy access. And it was maybe, you know, like I said, about 15-minute walk from where I parked today until I ran. It was 15. So, yeah, it was probably, well, it jogged more likely and trotted up a little bit of a hill and down through a couple things. But anyhow, guys, you guys can see I am officially finally here back. Definitely a lot of really good photo shoot opportunities. But again, today's not photo shoots out here in like the vast open. Today is officially blackberry picking. So I am having a little bit hard time breathing for some unknown reason today and catching my breath in between. So I'm just gonna kind of maybe not talk as much today, but that's, that's okay. You know, but I was definitely having, like I said, you guys can just hear it. But holy cow, guys, here I am. This is all that I've gotten so far. It's very strange. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today, I am having a rather hard time breathing for some unknown reason. See, I don't know why. So I might not really talk that much, honestly. But I can always try to figure out why I'm not breathing for some unknown reason. So anyhow, guys, here I am. You guys can see I've already gotten 4, but this is only 4, guys. And you guys can see there's only that another little stretch and then that final stretch. Well, really, yeah, another little stretch and then that final stretch before I cut into the woods. And this is literally all that I found so far, except thankfully I just found some right here. Those are some really, really nice ones, guys. So it's definitely amazing, guys. It took me only about 20 minutes of walking too, which was nice. See, this is how I have to do it though, because I didn't bring my bucket. So, I don't want to drop all of these. Where was the other one? There it is. Oh, duh. Alyssa, come on. See, and I don't want to put them, like, on here because then it could fall through the grass. It could get too heavy for the grass. So, unfortunately, you guys have to deal with a lot of this. Until my next time. But anyhow, guys, this is really, really cool. I kind of spoke too early. And yes, I did. But you can't do spoke too early. So it's, more, I don't know, more patience before speaking too early kind of thing, I guess. Because it was literally just about, a month ago that I did my kind of like final walk. I know you guys remembered that, getting the berries, and I said, probably wouldn't come back, but I did. So I parked where I think most people park when they come down through here. And yeah. That's what we have to do, guys. Because I didn't bring my freaking bucket. Alyssa. So this morning I got all dolled up, as you guys can see. I didn't put it on my actual eyelid, but I did a decent amount. And then these are pretty much equal. I just kind of curled them in. I didn't give myself any wings today. And then obviously, foundation, concealer, blush, lipstick, right, the whole other 9 yards. Well, not really, that's really not even the 9 yards. You could go even more. But I'm not going to get into that right now while I'm, looking for berries. So yeah, you guys can see the farmer has altered, because way up here last year was corn. Up there was corn. So you guys can see he did a good job altering. Ooh wee! Oh yeah, guys, this is gonna be nice. I seriously wonder, like, what happened to all of them? Like, am I just a little bit too late or something? Because I've only gotten like a dozen so far. I don't understand, guys. And I can definitely get some good shoots. So. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today, very bummed and upset that there is no berries, guys. I am so upset about this. Like, very upset. Anyhow, guys, right, like I said, this should look familiar. It should. And yes, you guys heard me right. I decided to park where I think most people park. to go to the area that was a 15-minute walk from my old place. So I decided to park there and walk on in here and look at the berries. But guys, there is none. I am very, very upset, guys. Very, very, very. Let me walk on in here and show you guys. So coming to you guys today, if this looks familiar, yes it should. So here I am, guys. I finally decided to come back to my old location. I had to park where I think most people park, you know, but you guys can see all of the berries are gone. Guys, I am very, very bummed. I literally have only gotten this much. And here I was thinking I was going to be in for a hard vlog, because I left my, you know, my handle bucket, right? So I left my handle bucket at my new place with my gram, and then you guys can see, you know, this is all that I've gotten, and if you guys look, there's just nothing. Guys, this is really, really bumming. I don't think I'm that late, but I think I might actually. Because this is almost the end of July. So I think I might have been just a little bit too late, guys, honestly. Because there's just no way, with as many berries as you can see on those, there's just no way that there's just none around, guys. This is very, very bummed. I am very, very bummed about this, guys. So here, wait till I get up here. You guys can also see that there is corn here this year. Last year, there was some kind of grass or soy or something. There's my friend. Look, they're there. Maybe he's telling me a sign. See, guys, look, there's just nothing. Nothing. Alright, let's head on into the cornfield for just a second. Yeah, you guys can see, here I am now finally. I got a couple from there, but that's pretty much it, guys. I have no idea what happened to them this year or anything. Also see though that I did get all dolled up, so it feels cute today, which is good. I haven't gotten all dolled up in a while, so I got all dolled up. Well, really, I got all dolled up on the 4th of July, but I haven't gotten all dolled up since, so, yeah, I feel really, really cute. Yeah, guys, look, that's it, in this entire bush, guys. I definitely had to be late, guys, for sure. So, I didn't bring my tripod because I wasn't thinking about doing any photo shoots, but I could definitely do some really, really good photo shoots here, guys, for sure. See, look, even right here, nothing. Guys, this is so bumming, guys, because I had practiced so long and hard on this. I gotta watch the shade and get it just right. So, anyhow, guys, very, very bummed. So I guess I will walk back to my car and, you know, head on back home for the day. I might also do some other walking on some other trails around here, and end by filming out, you know, where they were last year and where they sadly just aren't this year. So I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Hey guys, here I am just shortly after, and look, you guys can see very little amounts of red. Right here, you only have those up in there, and these, oh, there's one. I may have picked that a little bit too early. So you guys can see, they're just not here this year. Hey everyone, your girl is here. It's the last final stretch. You guys can see, right, like I said, I could get some killer photo shoots out in here with the brown dirt behind me, like postcard worthy kind of stuff. But anyhow, guys, I'm almost back in. You guys can see there's just not much here. I am just completely flabbergasted, guys. I have no idea why this like that at all. Alright, let me flip it around for you guys. Look, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. A little bit of stuff there, guys, but they're all red. Nothing really there either. Okay guys, there's a little bit, and here's a lot, and there's a lot, but you still have to ask yourself, why have they not blossomed yet? That's what I'm wondering. Because we've had, you know, a decent amount of rain this year. So, I don't know, guys. Yeah, guys, just look out here. There's just nothing. Gosh. Alright guys, so that concludes it. You guys can just see as I'm walking out here and looking how upset and bummed I am. Because I thought I was just going to come out here and there was going to be them everywhere. But there's not, guys. So anyhow, guys, yep, here I am now. Back to where I started. So, very, very, very bummed, guys. But anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. Oh, cool. Yeah. I was practicing putting this in my mouth because this is what I had to carry because I was silly. Oh my god, guys. The film started for me. But anyhow, guys, here I am coming to you guys today. I was trying to catch this. I was silly, but, you know, disappointed anyhow, so it probably wasn't that bad. It was hard to transfer from one hand to the other hand. But you guys can see, I think I'm just way too late for my berry picking. So if this looks familiar, yes it should, because this is exactly where I said, remember how I told you guys that, you know, I had to park these things. They just love my eye contact. Remember how I said at my old place it was like a 15-minute walk to get to here? So I had to park somewhere on a road somewhere close to my old driveway, obviously. Last time I could just walk out my driveway and be here in like 15 minutes. But so anyhow, guys, I finally you know, got out here today for berry picking. And you guys can see there's nothing. So very, very, very bummed, guys, but very, very, very cute at the same time. You guys can see, you know, this is considered sleazy, right? Not really. But blue, you know, can sometimes be taken like that. It's like, you know, I remember, obviously, my grandma told me that very young, growing up. She's like, hey, you know, you don't want to walk around like that, right? People are going to think you're sleazy or something. So, ooh. Hey everyone, your girl is here. It's now 2:20. This is going to be a more intros than a few, Monday. So I am going to go in here. I was actually around here last time at this year. I'm going to have to really dig for those photos. But you guys remember I made it to my car like 20 minutes before sunset or something, and I was up at the radio tower up here. So I'm going to go ahead, once I get out of my car, I will go ahead and walk along with you guys. But this is definitely, you guys can see I got more corn, which was good. So more corn Monday. And yeah, grab my sunglasses here, and maybe listen to one song. I'm at 80%, so I definitely will be good, but you know, yeah. So anyhow, guys, here we go. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So here I am now today, coming to you guys today, further down the mountain. That is absolutely beautiful. I don't know what town that is even. But there it is, guys. So here I am. I guess now we can do our walk together. No, guys, I'm actually gonna start it right here. So here I am, guys, now finally at my place that I was last year. Do you guys remember how I said I would either go straight, right, or left? So today we'll go to the left, where I was last time, and just kind of see what all goes on out here. Ta-da! So let's see here, guys. I remember exactly about where I went last time, too, which was rather nice. So, whew, let's see what else is going out here. It must go somewhere. I don't know. I'm trying to think. But I see here it says, there's emergency access needed at all times. Yeah, so, whew, I don't know, guys. Oh, look at this. That's quite the sign, guys. Quite the sign. Whew. So, now, before I officially start getting into brand new territory, I literally, right where that sunlight is coming through, that's where I was last year. But I guess I can start. So Mr. Ballin's video, you know, it's really weird that, you know, I didn't even, you know, like, for example, his second story where April and her two girlfriends went in, you know, to a funeral home, and whenever they went in to go downstairs, they saw this, like, jail thing in the middle of the room, and he just kept talking about this jail thing so much. I was like, oh my gosh, what actually is it? And then finally at the end, he revealed what it actually is, and the purpose of it. And I was like, oh my god. But I couldn't believe that, you know, he wanted to steal the money, or steal the, you know, aluminum pipes or copper, whatever. The whole thing came just crashing right on down on him. That was crazy, guys. That was definitely a scary one. But, you know, she, you know, oh, nice breeze. She, you know, got pictures and everything. A lot of decent ones, I guess. A couple people were obviously in there too. you know, you can tell by like graffiti and stuff. Oh my god, I'm almost to my new place. Then the first one I didn't really understand, with like the 250 dive foot, and somehow his friend went off a little bit once. You know, his friend thought he was drowning, and in the time that his friend went back to see, you know, to the surface to see that nothing was wrong. Stupid thing. Nothing was wrong with his, you know, oxygen and all of that. Gosh. Guys, look at that. What is it? I think that was a mosquito. But anyhow, that last one though was the creepiest, with the ghost. Stupid gnats. Gosh, guys. Many interruptions during my story times. Gosh. It's definitely beautiful though. Look at this. With the ghost and everything, they're like, no, there's no way that's what you saw. That was pretty cool. You know, and then somehow the officers had the ghost like right outside their car door. Stop! You're interrupting my photos. There you go. So that was pretty cool for Mr. Ballin. And then the Mormotician, you know, that was pretty much, that was kind of like clickbait, but kind of not, because the Bush answered was answered second, but everything else, gosh guys, this is so freaking beautiful in here. Like, look at all those trees over there. Oh my god. So it's kind of clickbait, but there was another one in there. In some cultures they actually clean the person's boots, you know, because if they think that the person was going to hell, right, it's easier for them, you know, to you know, track through hell like that. So that was kind of cool. And then last night, pretty much just a whole bunch of shorts, and then I stopped around 8:30. But yeah, I stopped my shorts around 8:30. Then I got my snack about 8:45. I was done about 9:15. Yeah, so yeah, trying to follow what I said a little bit ago. So is that a twist? Well, yeah. Anyhow, guys, I know I didn't really, but I said I would, you know, keep it lower, and any newer followers might still not know what that means when I say that. So I was able then to get to sleep. It only took me like about 50 minutes to fall asleep in last night. So it's definitely really, really good. Jeez. That was really, really fun last night. What was that, guys? Oh. I should have had my ponytail on me. Anyhow, guys, that is, oh, look. Somebody is hunting deer down in here, guys. Not now, though, obviously. Oh, look at that. Oh, I crushed it again. Guys, I don't know what the heck all these things are, but I don't like them. So, let's see what else is up here then. Guys, this is just so beautiful. Like, I really love this back in here. Alright guys, I think I can see. No, that's not a break in the clouds. I thought it was. So it's definitely been a good, many intros, with, you know, many of the same, kind of like task, I guess you would call it, or happening, right? Whew. So, I might honestly just, flip this around and speed it up, but I'm not really sure what exactly I will do. Alright guys, yeah, we're actually not going to speed it up. We're going to, oh, what is this, guys? What is this? Look at this. I can't tell if that's an oven or a fridge. I have no idea what it is, guys. But holy cow, it is just so beautiful in here. Like, look at all the little indents and grooves. Alright, what does this say? It says, Dear Management Assistance number 365. And obviously a 570 number. 922. I don't know what 922 is. I know 748 is, what is the, oh, 295. There we go. 570295 is a cell phone. I know that. Oh, look. It looks like there might have been a little trail. Oh, you stupid nuts. Gosh. Why do they like eye contact, guys? I'm gonna search that sometime and see. Guys, this is just so, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at this look. That is... Oh my gosh. I love it, guys. So cute and fun. And there's so many like good places, right? Like you could actually, right, like that hunter was doing down there. There's just such a good fun time, guys, in here. Look. This would be like a great spot. You know, if coyotes or something had a den, all they would have to do is bring them down there on that pile. That'd be a really good feeding spot for them, guys, because they have that log there to bite on. So maybe the aftermath of the coyote place, den. Well, not really a den, but I can't think of the word. Maturing their young place, and teaching them how to, you know, gnaw on things and sharpen their teeth. I don't know, guys, but I do know this is a beautiful trail. And, you know, with views like this, I might honestly be coming here in the fall time, guys. For sure. And really looking at the amazing fall foliage that they have. Alright guys, so I actually will speed this up. I'm at 13 minutes. So Oh god, guys, here comes a helicopter. Ta-da! Jeez, guys, you gotta really watch your position in these, gosh. Yeah, so anyhow, guys, here I am. You guys literally saw the opening. Well, here I am now, just at the end of that. It was only like a minute. I was walking. I was trying to hope to get something out there, where it was its biggest, but that didn't happen. Or where it was its biggest opening. So, in case anybody is wondering, by the way, I do have on my Miami thongs. Oh yeah, I really look like a softball girl. For reals, guys, this is exactly how they look. And then they go and throw it on out. A lot of them actually wear this purple too. So gotta really watch, guys. Last thing I want is another incident, right? Gosh, people getting mixed vibes, right? Whatever that means, guys. Whatever that is, right? I can't tell you what the hell mixed vibes are, but that's what he was getting, because I'm just out here walking around, looking around, you know. So, who knows, guys? A weirdo person who needs help, actually, too. So, anyhow, guys, I will definitely speed this up. I did just watch through my videos and trim off my 5-minute and 7-second too. So I will flip it around and not make it as bouncy this time. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright, guys, here we go. We're officially here. This will definitely be my stopping point. 3:23. Yeah, I told my grandma I'd be home around 5 for dinner. Things definitely feel different now that my, gram does a lot of the, it's kind of like it's easier, right? It's like one less thing I have to worry about kind of thing. So I have no idea what all this is supposed to be. Is this a clearing? Yeah, guys, this is a really big clearing, I can tell you that. I kind of want to go to where those 2 dead trees are down there. But at the same time, I just want to kind of... Oh my god, you stupid bug. God, I will pepper spray you. No, I'm joking. You freaking stupid thing. Come on. Anyhow, guys, jeez. Now that my bug is done wanting to be in the freaking video, yeah, I mean, guys, it would definitely be really nice to cut down in there and experience what's in there. I'm going to take a real quick sneak peek as to what could be down in there, guys. Woo! Look at that, guys. Look at my foot and look how down in it goes. It's like a death trap, guys. Okay, we're almost there. Just watch for snakes. Wouldn't it be nice? Oh my god, guys, could you imagine the good photos? Right, could you imagine if this was all like sunflowers or something? Oh my gosh. Pretty soon, sunflower patches will be opening again. Raise the roof, guys. Oh, look at my blonde hair there. Raise the roof, guys. Flower patches will be opening. Yay! Oh. Alright guys, almost there. Just watch your step, Alyssa. Alright guys, here we are. Hold on. Here's me. Alright guys, whoa, what is this thing? I can't ever say I've seen that here in Pennsylvania, honestly. Living here my entire life, I haven't seen something like that. Alright guys, this is the best I'm going to be able to do. Head on down in there without breaking my neck, right? So, stomp on all of this. I forget what this is called, guys. Anyhow, here we go. Watch it, Alyssa. Last thing. Oh my god, Alyssa. Go ahead. Wouldn't that be quite the headline, guys? Woman breaks their leg. Well, it probably wouldn't be a headline, but there we go. Ooh. I like how you guys are to slant, too. So, here we go. Oh my god, guys. Yeah! This could be for, like, Katy Perry's, right? Roar video. Oh my god, guys, yeah! If I can move this out of the room. Oh. Or, like, you're gonna hear me roar! Oh my god. Guys, every time I hear that, I get scared. You gotta really freaking watch yourself, Alyssa. Jeez, yeah, I'm gonna have to really watch that. Oh my god. I probably had a lot out there on display, but I got a good couple seconds so I can screenshot. You're gonna hear me roar. Oh my gosh, guys, that was great. Alright, guys, so I'm officially going to end this now and start watching my videos, heading out. And then, yeah, get home and get this up after dinner. Watching my step every little bit of the way. And obviously, again, watching my surroundings, right? Heading back up here. And the rest of the way back to my car. Yeah, especially with these. But again, I'm pretty good at rocking them, so, jeez. But, you know, these, like even there, it's just like the outmost, you know, the normal, right? Like I said, the outline. And I like that. These songs do a good job at just, you know, showing that, you know, so these thongs are definitely good to wear underneath. And you don't have any panty lines and all of that. And you just have totally normal, right? Nice symmetrical. And again, 90 times probably. Maybe 97th time this year. Only I know. So, anyhow, guys. Thanks for watching. As soon as I get up here, I'll end it with you guys. Whew. Guys, this is so perfect. killer workout too. I love it. Whew. But I'm just owning it like it's nothing. Alright guys, I'm also gonna start my watch, see how we do. Here we go.